Hello, Pisces. How are you? Welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. So this week, Pisces, is we're doing deeper spiritual messages. I'm working pretty much with oracle cards. I do have one tarot deck here if I need to kind of clarify anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm shuffling them out, talking to you, Pisces, deeper spiritual message. Is this completely open? I am not directing or asking any particular questions about this. I'm just seeing what comes out while I'm shuffling. And then putting the message together as I just did with Aquarius. Now, it does take me some time to shuffle and get these out. I know people are curious. You got the horse, you got the tarantula, you got the rabbit, you got the wolf. I have 3 more decks to do. So I was saying, as I said in Aquarius, feel free, anyone, if you want to put a timestamp in for when the reading actually starts. But I do like to shuffle on camera so you can see that these are actually coming out in real time. I'm not handpicking cards for you. So, and yeah, I'm not gonna, there's a few times I'm gonna hold up the cards when it's a specific message about that, but it's a very broad, these cards are all playing together on the table. And Snake Spirit, time to heal. Grasshopper Spirit, take a leap of faith. Yeah, I'm not gonna do the reading where I'm like holding up this card. It's a message starts to come in and as I'm looking at them. That's a lot of cards. Taming the Wind. Whoa, the mystical shaman. Whoa, the seer. Oh, Pisces, where are we going with this? Wow, the child and the hunter. Very, very big significant cards that came out from the mystical shaman oracle deck. Wow. All right. Last deck. Wow. I should have known. I should have known because Pisces is on their journey, aren't you? Oh. She who aches, sadness, solitude, silent withdrawal. Oh, now see, depending on the time of day, get a lot of light in here. Which is nice though, the sun is shining in your reading. All right, give me a second here, Pisces. I'm going to start with these 2 cards, the horse and Taming the Wind. Oh, so much sun. Sorry. I don't know how to fix that. Give me a second. Give me a second, Pisces. Let's see. Let's try drawing that drape. Did that help at all? A little bit, huh? There we go. Okay. There's 3 big windows in this room, so I'm always... I like to say battling, working with the sun. So there we go, horse and Taming the Wind. You know, I put these 2 cards together because that's to me what the horse does. It tames the wind, but the horse becomes the wind to tame it, right? Like the horse doesn't work against the wind. Any animal living out in the wild and nature, in the plains and the prairies and the forest and the jungle, you're working with it. And that in a sense is how you tame it, as opposed to how humanity tames the wind. We're getting better at it. I mean, we're working a little bit better with the planet. But typically it is controlling it. It's defeating it, or at least thinking we've defeated it, to the point that eventually it comes back to us like hundreds, thousands of years later, and it defeats us. And I'm feeling as if, particularly with this one, she who aches, there's something here that has to do with this wolf. This wolf has come out for you, I'm sure, a couple times this year, and is a very powerful emperor type energy, and is creating a need, a desire for you to get away from it at this point. With this tarantula too, with this tarantula energy, it's very hot, it's very fiery, it's not your energy at this point. You know, so many times I've done readings for you and you've been in a lot of different energies the last few months, Pisces, at least who I'm doing readings for, whoever this resonates on the channel. And you've been in and out of a lot of, I want to say, energies that are typical for other zodiac signs. You've been like really mutable that way. And it feels as if, though, it's started to push you past a point that's not serving you anymore. Ooh, you have two 55s here. That's interesting. Snake Spirit, Time to Heal, and Taming the Wind are both number 55 from different decks. I'm going to go into that in a second. It feels as if you've been working with some sort of energy or a person. It could be a person with this wolf energy, this emperor energy that I'm sure you've dealt with, been dealing with, whoever, however that is for you. And I feel like the universe is trying to move you away from their energy, from that energy, and you're being guided to allow that to happen, because there's a very deeper thing that you're supposed to be doing here. Because right after Taming the Wind, you get the mystical shaman, you get the seer, the child, and the hunter. That to me feels like the universe is trying to guide you towards a very planned spiritual journey here. I feel almost like you've been so involved in very three-dimensional things that it has kind of stymied your spiritual growth, what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be doing like more. You're gifted to do more in this lifetime is the message that I'm getting. You're gifted to do more than what you're doing right now. And it somehow has something to do, I feel like, this wolf energy. And as these two cards sit together on the table, this snake spirit energy looks at this wolf. And to me, it's as if, you know, because it's time to heal. And healing is often, you know, when they have a snake here, it's the anti-venom, right? It's almost delivering back to this energy or this person the energy that they have delivered to you, but it's not to do it as if to say, okay, you know what, you've been a shit to me, I'm going to be a shit to you. It's not, it's almost like it's just energetically releasing it somehow back to this person to reclaim your own energy. Because you're about to go, well, you're about to, but it's when you're ready to do it, when you release this energy that's not yours anymore. It's not serving you anymore. And there's going to be some sort of leap of faith here. This card is what sits between your two number 55s. So this leap of faith is sitting between these two number 55s. And I find that interesting. 5 and 5 is 10. 1 and 0 is a 1, which is a new beginning in the tarot. It's a new beginning. And I feel like this 55 on the other side of the grasshopper, which is beside the wolf, I feel like it once was a new beginning. It once was a new beginning for you, but now it's become something different and you need to release it. It looks like a mockingbird in Taming the Wind card here to me. I think that's a mockingbird. Whichever it is, I am getting the message that once you take this leap of faith, somehow away from this Emperor's energy, whether it's a friend, a family member, a work colleague, a job, a position, it's some sort of energy that has taken over you to the point that you're not in your energy anymore, so you can't do your spiritual journey. And it's almost like a backlog, like this spiritual energy, because you have the mystical shaman, the seer, and the child, and the hunter together, which are very significant cards. The mystical shaman here can project their consciousness beyond where they are. They can see, and with the seer, you can see the past, the future, the present, almost all at once, all at the same time. You can see within your deeper self. You're not seeing these things. You may be seeing, you may think you see, I see lots. I see, no. It's much deeper. It's much more expansive, or should be, for you. But this Emperor's energy, it could be, the Emperor is the Aries card in the tarot. But it's not necessarily someone who's an Aries, but it's someone who has that energy. It's very much a leader somehow. It could be a boss, it could be a parent, it could be a spouse, somebody whose energy is owning your energy. They're owning your energy. And at one point it was good in a sense, because it was a new beginning. But now it's almost time with that snake spirit to deliver that energy back, to release it, and to claim your own and take a leap of faith. And I feel like you're going to know this because you're going to ache somewhere. It's so simple with this card. There's some sort of ache you have. And it's, anyone who's done Reiki healing or does it will know what I mean, in that, you know, it could be maybe your Achilles tendon is sore. Maybe there's been an ache in your elbow, or there's an ache somewhere. And this ache is a significant sign to you that there's some kind of pain or lack of movement with energy and flow in a part of your body. It's like your body's way of dealing with an energy that's not yours anymore. And it's coming out as this sort of ache, which is a sign, a symbol to you that something is imbalanced in your life. And that's this ache, she who aches. Like, and then as we progress, if we don't remove ourselves from energies that can start to be detrimental to us, we start to get more aches. People start to get sick. Come up with different ailments. So we really do have to listen to our bodies. If something is sore and it doesn't really make sense, it's always achy there. Maybe I sprained it doing something. It's energy. It's energy is not flowing properly through you. And when I say that, like, we are all bodies of energy. Our minds are like the most powerful sources of energy and electromagnetic activity. It's incredible. But this is going on all over your body. Think of your heart. How much electricity is just flowing through you. Like, we're all like these walking hydro plants. Like, we're incredible. And the circulation, everything is affected by that. Your mood, your feelings, your energy are affected. And there's something is aching on you, Pisces. And this is an indication that there is an energy that you're around that is too dominating. It's almost just too dominating for you. it's too dominating. I'm going to go into the tarot deck. I want to get more information about the leap of faith. And then I want to get a little more information about this Hunter card, because this is the destiny. Using the shaman, seer, and child energy, because with the child energy, it's going to push you into a brand new cycle that is so expansive you've never been there before. Like, it's very, very expansive. And with this child card, it is going, I love these two together because, and it's funny, because, you know, the Fool, it reminds me of the Fool card. This one in particular, this grasshopper card, reminds me of the quote, like jumping and taking that leap of faith, which is also Aries in the tarot. It's as if, because it combines with this child card, when you go into a new situation, a new cycle, a new chapter in your life, a new experience, and you're trying to figure it out, you're trying to learn it as you go. If you can move into it with the curiosity, the enthusiasm, the energy of a child, you're going to learn so much more than if you go into it as a much older adult who has created ideas and perceptions in your mind, how people behave and work and how this is going to happen. Because by doing that, you put walls up, you put obstacles in front where there maybe don't need to be obstacles, because you're dealing with all new people. They're not going to necessarily be like the people from the past, especially if you're going into a new cycle. But you're not naive. You've lost that. You've given that away. And that, to me, is how you've almost learned from this Emperor's energy, which is, we're just talking, it's not necessarily someone who's an Aries, and I don't want to beat up on them because I'm an Aries, but it's that energy of that strong leadership that's it's too strong for you somehow, or it has been up to the, now at this point it is, and it's interfering with your own energy, and you need to release it back to them. But it's as if you hold the imprint. You give the energy back, but there's like an imprint that's been made. And that is this leap of faith energy, going into it like a child. It's as if, you know, because Pisces can do this. Pisces is very, very mutable. Well, it is. I mean, it is a mutable sign in the tarot, in the zodiac. But Pisces, to me, has this ability to take on other zodiac signs when needed, which is quite dynamic. And it can really put you in a lot of different positions and opportunities that, you know, not everyone could handle. So the trick here is when you do that and you go into someone else's energy, because I know you've been there with this wolf for a while. It's come out before for you. And this is the lesson in a sense. And this is what enables you to move even further in this sort of spiritual journey, in this awakening, in this new consciousness and awareness of yourself and your universe around you, is that you can release that energy back. You can give it back to whoever you were learning from it. But the imprint stays with you, and you feel that imprint, like if it's like a footprint in the clay, in the mold of your soul. You give them their energy back, but the footprint is there. You fill it with your energy, your way of utilizing it, like the Emperor. So yeah, what was I going to clarify? Oh, I moved the cards around too. I just confused myself. I'm like, wait a second. No. The leap of faith. That's right. That's why I didn't understand. I was like, no, it was up there, but I didn't need to clarify the child. Just bear with me. So you can take that Aries energy and actually do something with it and not get too far ahead of yourself and confused. What's I doing? Okay. Grasshopper spirit, this leap of faith. A little more information from the tarot on this leap of faith. And they wear the crown like the Emperor too. This grasshopper, I gotta show you this. Grasshopper is totally wearing a crown. I see the crown, I think, remember those margarine ads for Parquet? Was it Parquet? I don't even, do they even make that anymore? If they do, I don't see it in Canada anymore, with the parquet. Yeah, you bite that bread with the parquet and you'd have that crown. So it's kind of fun. Okay, wow. The Eight of Cups. Sorry, that's a reflection. Eight of Cups. This is all about the grasshopper, the leap of faith. The universe. Ooh, I like the 7. The 7 of Wands. And the Princess of Swords. Yes, definitely a cycle change. The leap of faith will take you into the cycle. You have to take a leap of faith. With the Eight of Cups, it's all about, again, it's about moving away from an energy that is no longer serving you and moving towards what does. Almost, not even towards, it almost just feels like moving into you again. Moving back into the house of you with that. Really about exiting the energy. Now with this universe card and the 7 of Wands, it's just so funny. Because this universe card for me is a brand new cycle, a big cycle coming in here. And I love this card because just depending on what's already come out in a reading and the energy that I got off of it, sometimes this card tells me someone is struggling with the cycle, they're fighting with the snake, and other times I feel like they're entwined and moving with the snake. This is one of those times where I feel like you're entwined and moving with this cycle, like you're in the flow. And this 7 of Wands is just on fire to me. I'm getting Scorpio and Aries energy myself right now. With that, rebirth, yeah, like rebirth here. Rebirthing, like with that imprint, that energy imprint, like a footprint on you. But now you can fill it with your energy and do what you want with that. It's almost as if, you know, if you were involved with someone who was very domineering, very patriarchal like energy, and it's like you don't realize how much you learned from them until you move away from it, and then you take that strength but you use it in your way, and it's a better way because it suits you. And it's not necessarily that this person or this energy's way isn't right. It does, it suits them. It's what they resonate with. You know, that's why you always have to say, we're all on our own journey. Just because you don't get along with someone, or you did, but now you don't, doesn't mean there's something wrong with them or there's something wrong with you. It's just an indication that your energies have changed and your situations have changed, your journey has changed. And this is a really, like, this is a gift to be able to take someone else's energy, the imprint of it, and fill it with your own energy and do the things you want to do with it. Really, it's really kind of cool. Oh, and then, sorry, this is just like, wow, it's so neat. I'm just kidding. The Princess of Swords. Yeah. So when you come into this new cycle, new chapter, it is very much like the child energy. There's so much to learn. There's always so much to learn. It doesn't matter how old we get, how many lifetimes we have. There's always so much to learn. The trick here for you is learning how to use that Emperor energy, that imprint of it, with your own energy. You see her, she has like this headdress like Medusa, like all these snakes, but yet we have the butterfly on the back, you know, and they're delicate, delicate wings. And it's almost like you may feel very delicate, in a delicate state of mind, or vulnerable. Be careful, be gentle, be gentle. Don't use this, don't feel the energy of that imprint with the Emperor. Fill it with Pisces. If you come out too much like this Princess of Swords, I feel like you could turn opportunities into stone. you know, with that headdress, with that mindset. Use more like your deeper self to feel this imprint. Don't allow your ego to go into the imprint. Just allow your deeper self to go into this imprint and use it. And you won't be turning opportunities into stone. You will allow them to blossom and grow, right? Oh, yes. So, see, I was like, there's something else that I do here at the end of this that I had planned for this deeper spiritual message. My singing bowl. So I want to send you all out with some really nice high vibrational energy. So this is specifically for all the people that have come to this reading. Feel that. There you go. Thank you, Pisces, for that reading. That was really cool. I like that. I hope you liked it. And yeah, until next week, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.